For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record.
Hey, welcome back, people. This is Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast, and this is our annual musical look back of 2020, and this is our cross podcast with Iggy's Loudmouth podcast. We'll start over there. Iggy, go and shout them out real quick.
Iggy's Loudmouth podcast. Follow your boy. Yeah, let's keep killing the shit because I feel like my list is killing y'all lately.
All right, and then I'm Mr. Prez with Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast, and I'm always joined by.
It's your boy Cash, aka Exec P. I go by many names, but yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, and pretty much, you know, everything will be New York bias here. The rest of this pod,
except for his hat. Repping the Lakers through and through.
From New York, we just like the match, baby. We just like the match, you know. Nice hat, man.
That says champs. He went out his way to buy that, people.
I love LeBron.
I like LeBron. So this is a 2020 hat.
This is a LeBron hat. It just says LA on it.
So if you're joining us for the first time, we're gonna discuss a couple of more things that happened in the year 2020 musically. Cash, can you tell them what we about to go down over?
I don't know what we about to go over.
I tell you. We're gonna go over the overrated album.
How you gonna
of the year.
toss it to me?
We're gonna go over verse of the year, and then we're gonna go over worst verse of the year, and then at the same time we're gonna tell you what's the rookie of the year and the rising star of the year, and we'll define all those categories as we come to them. But let's go on and kick this off. Where y'all want to start off at? I'll let y'all choose.
We can start. You said overrated, right?
You want to start there? Let's go ahead and get to it then. Overrated album of the year, fellas. What's y'all thoughts on this? And then y'all know where I'm gonna go with it. If y'all been paying attention if y'all called us before, you'll know I have said several things about several albums throughout the year, and it's probably gonna be one of those. But I'll let y'all kick it off first. Iggy?
I'll go first. My overrated album of the year is The Weeknd, After Hours. I know that's gonna upset people. I don't give a damn. It's overrated. Okay. You know, I listened to it. I haven't really wanted to go back and listen to it, but I did. And it's just not, you know, I feel like The Weeknd is good and he's good right now. As far as like his fan, but he's global. So like the sound is there, it's working. It's never really gonna change just because of his brand. But for me, man, I just don't want to keep hearing this poppy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to hear I want a whole 12 tracks of just Weeknd swooning to some dark shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, that's just how I feel. I feel like the records that popped, they're cool, but you know, I just feel like they are, I don't know, it's just not.
I don't mean to cut you off, Iggy, but Prez, wasn't this album in your top 5?
We're not gonna get to it. Get to that when I get to my top albums.
Hold on. If y'all didn't know, we have a top 5 mid-year R&B review on YouTube as well. You could definitely go to that. It's probably gonna be somewhere up here reminding you to go to that. But just look at that and then come back here, and it'll show you why some of these picks are kind of funny to us, because this was in Prez's top 5. He really loved it. He loved poppy stuff, I guess.
I don't. You know, it's just, I didn't like the whole like gimmick shit he was doing with the bandages and performing on the building, beat up and shit. Like, bro, I really wasn't feeling it.
I mean, okay, but we talking about this new age right here. You ain't got the albums want to spend all the money on your promotion like they should. You got to promote yourself. You got to find unique ways. See, I see that you remembered what he did. Like, so the promotion out there a little bit more. Hey, it worked. Don't. Let's not doubt it. It worked. You're talking about it.
He gonna come out at the Super Bowl with a whole damn bandage lips. He ain't gonna be singing. He gonna be...
Yeah, I forgot he is doing the Super Bowl. So other people really think different than you do. But hey, we appreciate your thoughts. We appreciate your thoughts, even how wrong they are, but we appreciate them. I guess I will start off next because I let Cash end it on this one right here. My overrated album of the year is Busta Rhymes' Extinction Level Event 2. And I love the concept of how he set these up. If y'all remember, Extinction Level Event number 1 happened, I think, at the end of 98. It happened at 98, going into year 99, going around 2000. So that's what it was going into, which most people, hey, Prince song, Party Like It's 1999. A lot of people has in their things like 2000, everything's supposed to end. And then now going into 2020, everybody, once again, well, this is 2020, but it was like, okay, everything's supposed to come to an end. We have a big pandemic and everything, extinction level event. It kind of fits the theme that he was going for. But the promotion and build up for this, them selling it, I think they overhyped it for me. I mean, and like you saying with the promotion on the weekend, this was the same thing with me. Like they kind of oversold it to me. And then when I got to listen to the album, I'm like, man, I was expecting like you had been holding this back for a while. This is supposed to be fire track after fire track after fire track. And that's not what I got. So I went in with too high of expectations. And y'all know when you go to anything with too high expectations, it rarely lives up. And that's how this album felt to me. It did not live up to the expectation that was set. And that's why I'm putting it in my overrated album of the year.
Yeah, you told me I didn't listen to the album, but.
Oh, you still ain't listening.
No, I haven't. You told me, you was like, yo, if you hadn't listened, you don't need to. I really wasn't excited to go into it. So I'll get to it when I get to it, I guess.
See, but I will say if you're in that older genre listening, like if the 90s was your era, that's what you grew up in and that's what you love, like you're probably gonna like Busta gave you more of that, but with the less radio play type music. It's more of the hardcore Busta and like him more rhyming a little bit more. So you may like him, but like I said, like they were selling it. So I'm expecting like this would be hit after hit after hit or just haymaker after haymaker. And I don't think he elevated his sound a little bit enough for me and made it up to date enough for me to get me that hype.
I mean, it was cool for me, but I have no retort to it because I mean he dropped a Reloaded, a Deluxe, and at that point, I mean, I know he hasn't dropped it's probably almost been a decade since the last time he dropped the album. So I'm sure he was excited about dropping and it's cool, but I don't feel like it was overrated. Yeah, I don't feel like it was over. Yeah, he was saying stuff like that, but you gotta take Busta's hypeness with a grain of salt, man. Like
it was other people saying that too.
It was a lot of people saying it.
Okay.
Yeah, before the album came out, it was like we heard that Busta in this album of the year. So
yeah, behind the scenes for sure. Nah. Behind the scenes, yeah, they was.
And I mean, that's what his promotion was saying too. He had Chris Rock hyping that up to me, like he was selling me something, and it just did not live up to the hype. That's what I'm saying. It did not live up to the hype.
Yeah, I agree with you, President. If you're gonna sell it as that, then it needs to beat that. If it don't, you gotta take it super L. You could have just put it out. And people didn't have expectations. You may have gotten that. That's happened before.
Yeah. So the next person, people, I've known for like 20 years now. I've known from 20 years. I kind of like can see where he's thinking. We haven't shown each other our list. We haven't discussed this at all. But I'm pretty sure I know where he's gonna go. Just by the smile on his face. Go ahead and tell him, Cash. Let's just go.
Just because you don't understand him don't mean that he nice, okay? It is Jay Electronica and Jay-Z's album. That is the most overrated album there is. I don't care if he's talking God Body. I don't care if he's talking 5%. Like, yo, I'm not with that. I'm not with it. I'm not trying to understand it. And I'm sure some of the things he's saying is high value and is good stuff to listen to. And, you know, my pops, we talked about it ad nauseum about what it means. And yo, did you hear that? So me and my dad talked about it. I still was like, you know what? That's cool. I still don't like it. I still don't like it for the simple fact that how are you going to use Jay-Z and your debut album when you haven't dropped and you have tracks with Just Blaze on your own? Come on, man. Like some of the songs he dropped with Just when they were supposed to drop an album, this dude is more than capable of holding down an album on his own. So while he had good tracks on there, don't get me wrong. It's not low quality rapping. It's not whack bars when he does rap on his own album. It's none of that. It's just super overrated because I waited so long, just like Prez just said about the Busta Rhymes, all of the roll up, all of the talk, all of the behind the scenes. Oh man, you heard that Lost track by Jay Electronica, blah, 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 blah. And then on top of that, he throws like one or two old ass songs on the album. So we waited all this time for you to come with Hove, and Hove had to get you out of, I really can't call it retirement. I don't know what to call that at this point, out of hiding, just to drop this. And then, I mean, the GOAT ain't coming on and not smashing too many people. So I won't hold that against Jay Elect. But then you run the risk of that too. So my thing is, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that on your debut when alone people love you? The aura, the mystique. You could have dropped 10 tracks of pure dookie, and people would have been like, "Oh, okay, yeah." I mean, the next one he dropped though, like I would have gave him way more credit if he would have did it without Jay. And for me, that was like Watch the Throne, you know, minus 1.5. I mean, whatever you want to call it. That's what it was. And he's not at Watch the Throne status. Jay don't do that for a lot of cats. I'm not sure why he did it for him. But it didn't do him.
With Jay Elect.
Yeah, but it didn't do him any justice. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, it didn't do Jay Elect anything. It didn't really cost Jay-Z nothing.
No, nothing. But I mean, he has some dope shit on it.
Yeah, he went in. Jay-Z went in. But I'm just, for me, it's cheap. I mean, I have people that I fuck with heavy that have debuted their rookie or their debut album and carried it and made classics. And for Jay Elect, you know, he has a lot of hype around him. Like,
Lazy,
like,
bro.
People be like, he was one of the lyricists, top lyricists. He beat Kendrick on Control. So, you know, I'm hearing all this, and I'm like, all right, so this album, where's that at? And if you want to talk about premier albums battling, you know, it's not seeing Kendrick premier album. So what are we talking about? Like, bro, you had a 10-year gap to create something by yourself to actually match the order that is given to you. And you not only just got another rapper to help you through. It'd been one thing to get J. Cole or like, you know, somebody else to rap with him the whole way, but he got Jay-Z to rap with him the whole way. You feel me? Like,
and like I said, it's good music. It's good music. Don't get me wrong. But
I was like, you could at least promote it as that. I went in thinking it was him, and I'm hearing Jay-Z the whole way. I'm like, bro, why is Jay-Z name not on this album with this man?
Okay. Can I get a retort? Can I come over here and talk a little bit? So y'all are basically saying, if you come in and you in a group, you cannot be qualified and say you have a top lyrical type album. So we talking about
he was in a group.
Big boy.
I didn't know Jay Electronica was a group. It's a Jay Electronica on the album. It's a Jay Electronica. It don't say Jay and Jay.
They can't be lyrical.
It's not a J and J album.
UGJ, y'all want to talk about them too. This is what y'all saying. You can come out with a coexisting album with somebody else, partner with somebody else.
Yo, somebody check on this man. He got COVID, man. Somebody check on him, man. He's sick. He is sick. And he just try to call this shit a group album.
Hey, but you saying this is what y'all saying. Y'all saying you can't do this, and I think that's what's going on. Like it was great.
He said,
that's definitely what y'all saying. You saying the locks. You're talking about the locks. You're talking about Jada Kidd, Styles P, Sheep, Looch. They're done. They're done.
Mute his mic.
Do have a
Mute his mic.
Look at it this way. It was Jay with Electronica. Jay and Electronica.
Right.
Put the dash in between.
Right
There you go.
When you type in search Untitled to search for this album, what artist name do you put in?
Jay and Electronica. Both of them, Jay Electronica. There you go.
Okay. All right. Bullshit. but whatever. That's my most overrated.
Hey, but remember what he was saying about up here when he's talking about, hey, he was giving you the 5% of bars and all this little stuff. Because I think you're gonna eat a couple of your words here later on. There, I'm almost positive. Cool. But I respect your opinion, even though both of y'all came at my head. If you listen at this top 5, the mid-year review, the things that I held in high regard, both of them, just disrespect, disrespect.
Hey man, what's the next category? Let's get out of here, man. I'm tired of this guy. I'm tired of this guy and this group album.
All right. So
last time I'm discussing it.
Yeah, let's go into the rising star of the year, and we're gonna define this as somebody who may be on a like second album, third album, or something like this that's constantly like elevating a little bit. They may have started off with you saying, "Oh, okay, got to check for this," but now you hear them on the next one, and they're getting even better, and they deserve more acclaim than they're actually getting, or more shine. So we'll start with you, Cash. Right. Go ahead and give us your rising star of the year.
So my rising star of the year goes by a guy out of Atlanta. His name is Deontay Hitchcock. So he dropped a double, I believe it's a double album, man. Or is he just calling it
deluxe? He dropped the album, and that was the deluxe week.
Oh, okay. We got the deluxe album. So, you know, kind of with that said, the album's called Better. And this is, I'm not sure if I've ever heard a cat drop 20 some odd tracks. Now it's probably maybe about 17 tracks with skits or 15 if I'm spitballing here, but I've never seen a cat do that, be new to me, and me jump on board wholeheartedly with open arms. It was so damn good that we did a review on an album that we knew he was going to take an L on as far as views 6 months after it came out. You know what I mean? That's how good this dude is. He reminds me of a J. Cole-ish. He raps in that vein, but he has an extreme Southern drawl. Like you could tell he from the South. You know what I mean? But these bars that this guy has, man, like he's something to be reckoned with, man. He was on the same track as Reason. He's on the same track as J.I.D. And I gotta say, he probably bested them on those tracks, and his musicality throughout the whole album. He take you into every emotion. You know what I mean? Whether he just talking shit, or he talking about the ladies, or he talking pimp shit, or he talking about some relationship that he went through, club shit, or just rapping, just out rapping people. And or concepts. He has concepts too. So, man, whatever it is.
I get what you're saying, Cash.
Whatever it is he's doing, he's a rock star.
Can we throw a box up here, link him to the album, or y'all go on YouTube and find it? Like he's saying, we knew we was going to take a hit on that, but we thought it was the right thing to go ahead and make sure people get put on, because we came to it late. So go ahead and check out that review. Go ahead, Iggy.
I was going to say, Cash, have you dove into his catalog a little bit since listening to that album?
Yeah, I went back to a few EPs. Yep.
I was going to say, So Much for Good Luck is probably my favorite from him. It came out a couple years ago, 2017, I think.
Okay. I'm adding it
tap
right
into
now.
that, bro. Yeah, he on like a bicycle in front of the apartment door or something like that. It's shit hard, bro. That's kind of what put me on.
Dang.
As y'all can see, Iggy already knew about him, and immediately, like when we heard about this album, we hit him up, and we was just like, "Hey, why you didn't tell us? Why you didn't say nothing? Why you didn't?"
We review albums Every
thought
week.
you
He
knew.
ain't say a
Like,
damn
come on,
thing.
man. Like, man, just tell us. Like, we missed it. You listen at the pod. You said we missed
My
it over.
fault, man. My fault. I dead ass thought I knew about that album for whatever reason. I was
I
like,
had no idea. I know he
I was
rapped with
shocked that you were
Dreamville.
asking me about it.
I know he's one of the
Yeah,
artists
so-
on Dreamville, but that's another thing. Like that little powwow that they had in 2019. Reason came out on top. Deontay Hitchcock, JID,
they all came
Buddy,
They all came out.
Anime. Like it's a lot of dudes that came out of there that have dropped fire since then. They just have they may not have made the list, but if you listening to the few artists I just said, you need to go.
Yeah, they got
their
some
music ASAP. They got some heat.
All right, I guess I'll go next. My rising star, speaking of that same vein, coming out of that same little group that we just mentioned, was Reason, New Beginnings, man. And we also reviewed this album on here, so you can definitely go check that out. But I mean, he basically grew from where he was already in high regard between us, me and Cash, like actually talking about. And where I say he grew at was like he was lyrical always, but then like his flow may have
Where
not
did he
been
grow
for
from,
every.
Press? Where did he grow from? What album was that?
Dang, I forget it. It's like
My
when
bad.
you
It's
walk
there
into
you
the
have it.
house.
I was just trying to tee you
There
up.
you have
I
it.
just want to
Okay.
speak a little bit more on this. But there you have it. My
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
my bad.
There you have it. I can tell you what the album cover looked like. I ain't know the album off the top of my head, but definitely it's in my phone. I got all that. But yeah, and just his flow, which I didn't really think needed to matured even more. And like he gave it a little. He learned how where he was putting extra emphasis on like his bars and make sure you like he definitely had strong bars, but. Hey, he was getting a little bit more methodical with it. Like he'll come in just rapping something a little bit lower, and then and using the inflection of his voice to actually emphasize a little bit more. And when it didn't need it, he didn't throw that out there. When the song could just flow better on and ride a beat, that's what he learned how to do. Ride a beat even better than he was already doing.
Yeah,
And the songs on there was like Showstop, I Can Make It featuring Rhapsody. Yeah, it had
wait.
So he had a song on there, I Can Make It with featuring Rhapsody. And then right after he had that song Fall that just fit perfectly together because he's talked about why you disrespecting Rhapsody and losing, not listening at Rhapsody when you should be categorizing her in the top lyricist of anything. Yeah.
Any top anything. No woman category, just best lyricist, best artist. If she drops the best shit. Like,
yep. And then the final one I want to throw out there, and I think this is just be more to my style, was Extinct, which he had with JID and Isaiah Rashad. I'm a big Isaiah Rashad fan. So like just hearing something new with Isaiah Rashad on that and all them just kind of clicked that together and like killed that track. So definitely Reason, New Beginnings. If you haven't heard of it, if you haven't been listening, go listen at it. If you need some more info about that album, go check our review that we have on YouTube. And then so that's mine. Do y'all have anything else to say on it? If not,
nah, man. Excellent picks, man. Excellent picks.
All right, then. Iggy, what you got?
So first of all, before I give my actual pick, I was going to use this time to plug in some local guys that I might have on the podcast and give y'all projects from them. First one is a Keenan Rush. It's called Long Live the King, KEENG, Long Live the King. Just dropped a couple months ago. It's like, I think it's about like 8 tracks. Dope shit. Like, y'all talking about Deontay Hitchcock, y'all talking about JID, like he kind of on that type of vibe. And then the other one I might hopefully have on here soon, Chris P. And he's affiliated with Isaiah Rashad. And he just dropped a 3-song EP called The Hat Trick. And it's hard. He got a sample from Kid Cudi on there. And it's dope. So y'all check them out. But as far as my actual rising
Hold up,
star,
before you get any further, why didn't I hear about that one? Like that sounds like right up my alley. Like why am I hearing about it on here? Like why you?
They just dropped literally. Long Live the King dropped. Long Live the King dropped probably about maybe 3 weeks ago. It's right around Thanksgiving, like a week before. And then Chris B. I've had his. I'm gonna tell him when I see him. He gave it to me in July, and I've been listening to it for like 4 months. And I was gonna hit him up like, bro, like I'm gonna leak your shit, bro, if we don't drop, because like I can't keep holding this and you listening to it, and like it's not out, but it came out. So it came out, I think last week was when it dropped. So
where can the people find it? Is it all the normal platforms?
All the normal streaming sites? Yeah, his Crispy House, Hat Trick EP, and then Keenan Rush, his name Keenon Rush. Long live the King. King is Keeng. Those are the local guys, but my actual rising star is somebody that I struggle with in my R&B rankings. His name is Blessed, from LA. What's the album called? I gotta read. No Love Lost, bro. Fire, bro. R&B it has been. I can't wait till we get to those, because R&B it has been a great year. And I am not an R&B cat by any means. I listen, but I'm not an R&B cat by any means. But this year, like, he's got some songs on here. Let's see, Overrated, Game Slide. He got a song with Dom Kennedy on here called Got It All, with Ty Dolla called Chosen. But it's mostly him. And it's a little bit of rappy. It's not a lot of rap, though. It's kind of like the anime, kind of them guys. But he sings a little bit. He's more of a singer. So he's from LA, man. I got to check that out. I had trouble kind of with where to put that on my R&B, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, man, that's my rising star. I think next year he gonna be one of the guys that pop up that nobody was hearing about this year. That next year they're gonna be like, oh shit, he hard. So yeah.
Okay. So there you have it, man. They'll go all our rising stars of the year. Got you in different pockets as you're going over here. So yeah, that's definitely good to go. So now let's go ahead and jump into our rookie of the years, man. I guess I'll start this one now.